everyone, and welcome to Security Plus. My name is Chris Avance, and I'm going to be your instructor throughout this entire series. A little bit of background about myself. I've been in the IT industry now for over 15 years. I started out with a company called GE Capital IT Solutions. I worked on the network engineering team as an apprentice, earned my first few certifications there, and I've worked at the service provider level ever since, meaning that I have designed and installed enterprise networks and small to medium businesses networks throughout my entire career until I became an instructor, and I still do install some on the side, but now I focus on instructing. I have for the last several years, and I'm very happy to be working with you on this Security Plus course today. I've earned about 30 certifications over the years, so I absolutely can help you earn some certifications of your own, including Security Plus. And I designed this entire program to do just that, to help you earn the Security Plus certification. So a lot of times I'm asked, what should you know coming into a program like Security Plus? Well, here's the thing. I like all of my students to have a network foundations level of understanding for any of these programs, really. And it's hard to say, Chris, why, where do you get a foundations level of understanding whenever you're starting with, a Security Plus, which is considered like a foundations and a little bit more level of understanding of security concepts? Well, here's the thing. CompTIA doesn't really have any demanded prereqs on their programs. For instance, you don't have to have a Network Plus to come in Security Plus. You don't have to have an A Plus to come in Security Plus. But CompTIA highly recommends all students start with an A Plus level of understanding because that teaches you some very important concepts. It teaches you about processors, memory, BIOS, RAM, flash, all of that kind of, what's considered basic, IT types of stuff for PCs. And so, but also you learn about network adapters and, IRQs and those types of things that are responsible for host networking. And I also, recommend that typically students have like a Network Plus or a CCENT, Cisco Certified Entry Network Technician type of understanding of networks. And I recommend that for everybody. Even if you're a salesperson within IT, if you're a tech, if you have any type of career in IT whatsoever, account managers, anything, other roles I'm naming are probably going to have more than that level of understanding. But even if you are those roles, I highly recommend at least the fundamentals. So a Network Plus or a Cisco Certified Entry Network Technician. And even though Cisco certifications have the Cisco name on it, they are definitely teach you all of the things that you would learn, and it's not even very products focused, at least at that level. It's about network fundamentals, like the CompTIA Network Plus. Either one is fine. The basic things that I hope students know it by this point before this class is things like the 7-layer OSI model, the TCP/IP model, 802.3 Ethernet, and the whole carrier sense multiple access with collision detection, understanding of that, understanding of switches and why they rule, understanding of routers and their role in the network, and also basic security concepts. And we are going to go over the basics of security concepts and also more, right? We're going to learn about a lot of different areas of security in this class. The thing is, and if you don't have those specific skill sets, will you be able to complete the course? Absolutely. This is a video program. You'll be able to watch it until, if there's those things that are a little bit elusive to you, you'll be able to watch it until you get it. But understanding these basics will help you throughout your entire career with IT. And that's why I recommend that no matter what your role is with technology, I recommend that you have those level of understanding because it'll help you your entire career. So, just like this program with security will help you your entire career. So what are you going to learn this class? Well, here's the thing. With all the classes that I've done on a video program, and like I said, I think this is now my 10th or 11th video series, I go to the vendor website and I download the blueprint for the program. And that serves as a guideline. I think most instructors that design courses and video programs, I think they do the same thing, and it makes sure that you're not learning what Chris Avance wants you to learn necessarily, that I have a structure that says this is what you need to know to gain this certification, and I'm going by that structure and just putting my own spin on it, right? So, and I'm pretty sure that's a common thing, at least hopefully. But you can find the exact requirements for a certification. If you go to the vendor website, I think nowadays you've got to put in an email address to get this information, but it'll tell you exactly what's required of you to earn the Security Plus certification. And so this is a highlight of the focus areas, and this is a very broad strokes. You know, the thing about CompTIA certifications in general is the good thing is you get exposure to a lot of things. They're not going to be your highly focused, you know, expert level or professional level training in a given program. You're going to gain exposure into a lot of different areas of that key topic area, which is going to give you a foundation to grow from there into any number of things, right? And so that's one thing that I really like about the CompTIA program. It's vendor neutral. And, you know, that's one thing, but also it gives you exposure into a lot of different security concepts, and not just, you know, we're going to talk about firewalls all day long, but you get to learn about things like compliance and operational security, which are, you know, more theory and conceptual. We do, of course, talk about network security, and that's one of our biggest points in this class that we'll be talking more about than anything. And then threats and vulnerabilities is our other key larger area. But then, you know, you also learn about application data and host security, also access control and identity management, and then cryptography in general. So, you know, you get your feet in the water in all these different areas that typically in most classes you would learn a given set. Like we would talk about network security for weeks. And, you know, if you wanted to be a professional level network security guy, you know, absolutely, we could do that for weeks and you would know that. But you might not have an idea about risks and risk management and compliance and operational security. That's a whole different thing in and of its own. So the way that they actually put, you know, you get to dip your toes in each of these different areas is a very good thing. And it's going to give you the foundation you need to really launch your career in any which area. And it gives you exposure to these different areas. So you might start off going, you know what, I really want to be a network security specialist. And then you get into it and you're like, oh, you know what, I really want to go into the more access control and identity management and biometrics and RFIDs and all that kind of stuff. I find that very interesting. So there's a lot of different concepts you're going to get to learn about that, you know, going to make it a great program. All right, so as far as the certification goes, if you're here just for you know, shared learning, basically, where you're not focused on a certification, that's absolutely fine. Because we design around a blueprint, does not mean at all that it does not mean whatsoever that we're focusing just on exam topics. We're going to be focusing on broader topics in general, and then I'm going to be pointing out through the class for those that are interested in certification, this is something you may see on the exam. You may want to make sure you really understand this concept. Of course, all things are important, but there's certain things that, you know, you might see, you're more likely to see on the exam than others. Let's just put it that way. But other than those key areas and maybe a few minutes on how to prepare for a supervised exam, that's really all we're going to be talking about as far as the exam. We're really going to be focused on the key learning requirements. My point is that this course should be good for everyone, whether you're focused on certification or not. You want to learn security concepts, you're in the right place. As far as those that are taking the test, you're going to have to register with a company called View, and it's Pearson View, but the website is just VUE, and the exam number is Sierra Yankee 0-401, and it's CompTIA Security Plus course. I wrote this over here. It is not absolutely required, but I went ahead and put it over there because, again, that's just me, you know, hoping that you take the time to learn those things, even if you don't do it now. Let's just say, you know what, let's get this security thing knocked out. I want to focus on that 100%. I'm right there with you. But being in IT, being that you have this video, I think all of you should take the time to either get the Network Plus or the Cisco CCENT, which is not extremely vendor focused. It does talk about some Cisco stuff, but it's not extremely vendor focused. I think you should take the time to get either one of those as well in your career. I think it's very much going to help you in your career. I think you're going to gain that foundation level of understanding for networks in general, and I think it's going to go a long way, as well as the security program too. So, of course, the price for the test is $261. There is 90 questions on it. The good thing I like about CompTIA programs, they publish the passing score for this. You get 90 minutes, 90 questions. And you have to score about a 75 or a 750 out of a scale of 1 to 900. So since it's 100 to 900, you know, that's a pretty good C that you would need to get there. All right. Anyway, with that being said, let's begin. Let's start the program. I'm looking forward to it, and I'll see you in class in just a moment.